I'm gonna give you a fresh cut today. What's this?
Yeah. Match. You can remove my
You can
match.
remove?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I don't know why this guy had 2 matches in his hair, but that's probably why this cut came out fire. See what I did there? So, I'm going to walk y'all through this mid-dry fade, okay? I was just walking in the neighborhood. I asked this group of friends playing soccer if they wanted a free haircut, and the guy sitting in my chair was the lucky guy today. So, I'm going to walk y'all through this haircut tutorial. Make sure y'all stay to the end to see how this haircut came out, okay? Sawa, let's get into this. So first, I just took my wall clippers, blade all the way closed, and I'm just starting with my first guideline. As you can see right here on this side, I'm just making my first guideline. Now, when you make your guideline, make sure that you make it all the way even, all the way around, okay? Because you want to make sure that you're following symmetrical lines so that the fade could come out evenly, all right? So as you see right here, his homies was clowning him. They haven't seen this haircut process, you know, from what I heard. But yeah, so now I'm just debulking. I put my one guard on there and I'm just coming all the way up, blade all the way open. I'm just coming up close to the top of his head, all right? And I'm just debulking. I'm just knocking a lot of that bulk out, getting ready to fade right there on that side. And then I remove that one guard. I open my blade all the way, and I'm just making my next guideline. All right. So next guideline is getting put in. Now notice right here, I'm just doing half of his head, and then later on I'll go ahead and match the other side. You know, but for anyone that's inexperienced trying to get into barbering, make sure you go all the way around, you know, until you get experience, you know. But for right now, I'm just doing one side because I know how to match the other side later. That comes with experience. Or you might just be gifted and just, you know, dive right into this and, you know, be professional. So here I go, just combing out my canvas. You know, you want to comb as you go to make sure that you can see everything clearly and see where everything is supposed to be. And then I'm just using the flicking motion, okay? A flicking motion to get out that guideline. So I'm just flicking, making sure that I start my blending process. As you can see, is that the hair starting to lighten up a little bit. The pattern starting to come in. The gradients is gonna follow right after. So just grabbing my tools, and then I'm getting right back to it, man. Getting right back to work, just like that. So right now I'm just cleaning up my work. You know what I'm saying? You want to go over each process. You want to go over each step. You know what I'm saying? Because when you cut hair, it's not like you just go through it one time. You got to keep combing through. You got to keep flicking. Okay? You got to go over the same spot a couple times, you know, to get the hair to cooperate, to get the hair to lay down the way it needs to. You know what I'm saying? So keep going over that you know, that process. Keep going over each step. Okay? So once I set my guidelines in, I go ahead and I take those lines out by closing the blade. You know, I'm closing the blade and I'm just flicking at the line. Okay, I know this video is the first video, forgive me, but I'm gonna bring y'all better tutorials. I'm gonna bring y'all better content, better quality, closer to the haircut so you guys can see what's actually going on. Today, just listen to me talk about my process, okay? And I'm gonna bring y'all better content, all right? So now I'm coming all the way up with my 2-guard to complete the blend from the top to the bottom. I'm just coming all the way up, knocking that extra bulk off so that it can blend in with the fade I just did on the bottom of the head. All right. So now I'm just doing my detail work. Okay. I'm going back through. I'm balding at the bottom where it needs to be bald. That's gonna be the lowest part of the transition where it needs to be bald, and I'm just cleaning it up from the front, his temples, to halfway back. and I'm just doing one side right now. So right now, I'm doing my cleanup work. You see, I'm eating this haircut. That's why they're trying to put a spoon in my camera, man. I'm eating this haircut up, man. So back to the cut. I'm doing my cleanup work, man. I'm the cleanup man right now. I'm cleaning them up. You know what I'm saying? So once I get that bottom transition as smooth and bald as I need to with my detailers, okay, my liners, then I come back with my clippers. Okay, these are my wild seniors right here. These are my babies. They've been rocking with me for a minute. They're some of my top hitters. Okay, the blade I got on here is very close, so when I close it, it'll take off the line from it'll take out the line from my liners. Okay, so I'm just going through detailing, taking that line out, as much as possible. You wanna do magic, okay? You wanted to make it look like you never put a line there. And see, I'm brushing as I go. I'm tilting the head so that I can see with as much light as possible. I'm stretching the skin if I need to. All right. So I'm just cleaning up my work, man. You gotta go back through and clean your work. You know what I'm saying? So don't forget that, man, when you cutting hair. Okay, it's not a one-time thing. You don't just run the clippers through the hair one time. No, you got to keep going over sometimes, all right? Especially depending on the type of hair that you're working on. Okay, here we go. So I'm cleaning it up, brushing. You see, I'm cleaning it up and I'm brushing, okay? Getting any hair that's in the way that's not supposed to be there, I'm knocking it out the way so that I can see clearly what I need to do. Okay, so that I can understand the assignment perfectly. Okay, so that I can give my client the best haircut they ever got. Okay, and you're gonna see how this haircut turned out. Okay, you're gonna see this guy was very happy, man. His homies wanted to be next. You even had neighbors come and bringing their kids, and man, I'm telling you, this cut came out so fire. All right, so now I'm combing. I like to use my comb. It lifts the hair even better than the brush. All right. So now I'm just combing everything out, letting it lay down the way it's supposed to, so I can see that fade and see where I need to detail, see where I need to clean up. All right. So I'm just going back through my steps. Whatever step needs cleaning up, then I go back through, I throw that guard on there, and I clean up. All right. You want to clean up your cut, man. That's what takes a cut. That's a 5 to a 10. Is the detail work and the cleanup. All right. Take that extra time, man. It's gonna make a huge difference in the haircut. All right. So clean up as much as possible. Detail as much as possible, man. You don't want to take all day, you know what I'm saying? But once you get skilled, you'll be able to just go through the cut like that. All right. So basically, I did the same thing on the other side, just to save you guys time since you can't see over there. I went ahead and skipped ahead. Now I'm doing the edge up. As you can see, I'm combing out the hair. Okay, I want to see the hair in its most extended form. Okay, because hair likes to curl and lay in different ways and stuff like that. So you want to see the hair in its full length, so you can know exactly how to cut it. So right there, I'm positioning his head in the way that I need in order to see his hairline, so that I can give him the straightest hairline. Okay, so I'm going in with my trimmers and I'm just lining them up, and I'm just barely tapping at the forehead. Okay, just barely tapping, making sure that I'm going in a straight line, staying with his natural hairline. You don't want to push him back. All right, and you don't want to be too close to where the hairline ain't visible, to where it's not hitting, to where it's not looking like he just got a fresh cut. All right, so you gotta stay with that, natural line, okay? And then just make sure that you making a straight line too, okay? Sometimes it comes with practice, time, skill, you know what I'm saying? But what I'll do is I'll go to the right first, and I'll line up one side. I like to be symmetrical, so I use his nose to find the center of his forehead. Okay, and then that'll be the middle of his face. I'll do one side, and then I'll go to the other side. All right, so now I'm doing his vertical bars. He's not getting a C cut because, obviously he got his fade was, too high to get a C cut, but he's just getting some vertical bars. He's still gonna have a very fresh hairline. And there you see me again, cleaning up my work, getting any excess hair out the way that could distract me, that could throw me off. Any hair that can, create a look that I'm not trying to create. And then look, I'm going over my work again. I'm not done with this hairline, okay? It's not one and done. I'm going through this again, all right? So, okay. Now it's starting to come together, okay? The hairline is like the finishing touch, all right? You can have a fresh fade, but if that line is not in place, man, you might as well not got a haircut. But see, he's already starting to transform, all right? This haircut is already coming together, okay? So now I'm just going back and I'm doing a bunch of detail work again. The details will take a cut from a 5 to a 10. The details will take your client from getting rejected or getting a girl's number. All right, you want to make sure your client gets that number. Okay, you want to make sure your client gets that W with that beautiful girl. Okay, so make sure you do that detail work. And so right here, I'm just finishing him up with some curls, and then we're gonna do the big reveal. I think this haircut came out so dope, man. I think this got transformed. It was a fire cut. Like I said, since he had the matches in his hair, it was just meant to be. The pieces just fell into place, man. And so I'm really happy that I got to do this for these guys, man. They were so happy, and it brought me joy to be able to give back like this, you know what I'm saying? Something as simple as a cut could really change your mood and change your day and change your, it just changes it changes your attitude, man, your confidence. You feel me? Okay, see, now I'm going back through the hairline again. I can't stress this enough, man. You can't just go through it one time. There's always room for perfection. All right? Go back. See what you missed. Okay? See what you can do better. All right? And practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Okay? So now I'm just finna hit them with a little bit of holding spray. You know what I'm saying? So I like to do this just so when I go over that line again, it brings it out just a little bit more. Okay? It brings it out just a little bit more. And that little bit more is what brings the haircut full circle to a 10. All right, he's definitely getting a number if he approaches a woman. Okay, she's definitely gonna be feeling his haircut. See, he's already winning, man. It's the beginning of the year, and he's already winning, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really happy this guy got this cut today, man. I was just really happy to do it. This group of guys were so fun, man. It was fun being around them. You know what I'm saying? So we about to reveal the cut. Here we go. All the homies came through for the reveal, man, like a gender reveal. You feel me? Look, they feeling it too. They feeling it. They celebrating him. They want next. You know what I'm saying? Look, the lady in the blue dragging her son to the front. Please give him whatever you just gave him. You know what I'm saying? I hook little man up too, man. I might drop that video later. But here goes a before, and then here goes an after, man. I appreciate y'all watching.